Welcome back to a pretty major battle. The Red Duke of Mousillon has returned again. Here's my army marching forward. My ally is playing the Bloody Hands, and they've got Waystalker. No other reason to play as them unless you're bringing in Waystalker. We're fighting a dwarf player and a wood elf player. They're trying to unite. We have united, and now they're trying to unite together to defend against our massive attack. They have Darthu, a lot of spearmen, war dancers. Do you have any archers at all? I don't know. Dwarf player, you have an organ gun, a gyro bomber, and gyrocopters. You brought in Grombrindal, the white dwarf, a very powerful legendary lord. A legendary lord that invalidates Ungrim Iron Fist. He's no longer handy. I would love for him to have a new ability, or abilities where he counters large creatures like trolls, giants, dragons, or whatever. That would give him a situational role that is much better than what he's doing right now, which is just being annoying. Usually we ignore him, kill his entire army, then we kill him last. No way to have a legendary lord like that. Right now we're getting into position. We're trying to go around our enemies, forcing them to reposition, and we want to fight them in the woods where maybe their ranged units cannot damage us. They have so many. To let you know, I had the game turned up to max right now. So what you're looking at is really as pretty as the game can get, I believe. I'm in DX12, got it all turned up. It is pretty cool looking. Wow. They're watching. They're gonna get a few shots off, probably. There's Warzag and a giant spider queen. Is it a spider queen? Yeah. Why not? So right now my ally is moving in. Okay, a few satchels are blocked. I'm moving in too. It's not going to be an easy battle. If you look at the time, you can tell it's going to be a long one. A very long one. The satchels alone are going to tear up my zombies. Unfortunately, the trees are blocking a little bit of their satchels, or a few of them. But they're still doing a lot of damage as we're staggering upwards. And pop they go. A few of them reach the lines and then they're cut down immediately. We'll probably begin to crumple in just a little while. Are they hitting any other location of my line? Or am I hitting any other location of their line? That might be more accurate. There goes my bar guys right now. I'm debuffing them. You can look at that. Reliquary Corruption, the Chilling Aura, and Warzag's Revenge. You can look at my bar guys now hit their organ gun. I'm trying to make sure that is gone. Killing a few of their crew members. It's rather effective now, but they have portals shooting at my bar guys, and I'm probably going to lose a few of those as well. The zombies are here as fodder. Here comes my Claw of Nagash, currently attacking. I'm trying to move around him with my car and race. Go check out what my ally is doing. My zombies are fighting all over there. I had Bellbats going after a Skyhammer. Oh yeah, Tokshin was my ally for this battle. I couldn't be sure, I couldn't remember, but I remember us talking about that Skyhammer while we were fighting. I was like, okay, better take care of that. He's fighting over here, a portion of the Wood Elf army. Yeah, leaving me quite a bit to fight of that Dwarf army. Darthu's here though, and that's an issue. This spider running away. Took some damage. He's moving back a little bit. They've already done a lot of damage to many of his orcs, and they're pushing him back. Which is pretty incredible. They're pursuing him. The war dancers are powerful. I kind of want to watch their fight for a little bit. And they keep going after Warzag. They have a Treeman and Darthu just going for him right now. Cutting down his orcs. We look over here, we have some archer fire going right into their ranks, but I'm also fighting part of the Wood Elf player too. My Vargas have done a lot of damage. If you look at it, they've gone after Rangers, Buckman's Rangers I believe, and Dire Wolves are over here flanking them. That is what really helped me out, but now they have more units moving in. We have a few nasty Skulkers of Tokshin moving in too. They have armor piercing, they can do a lot of damage from behind, provided they do hit from behind. We are surrounding Iron Breakers. We do have Black Orcs over here. I think Tokshin had a lot of elite infantry helping me out. There's the Red Duke of Mousillon. Looking as cool as ever. Not really fighting it. I think I was trying to move him away to another location. He's kind of ignoring them. I won't lie, that's a pretty cool shot of him. And there's my Claw of Nagash. Still fighting. Still trying to clash through. We're doing our part. I'm using my magic. Back here I have my Graveguard fighting. I should have flanked them and surrounded them immediately. My Vargars are still fighting. They're doing so much damage taking out those Rangers. But they had such a sturdy line here, they were able to hold me back for a long period of time. I thought it would be easy to break through. I should have waited for a little bit longer. I should have surrounded the entire portion of their flank. But I didn't. I rushed in through the woods. Very bad idea. The portion of the Wood Elf Army's way over here. I have my Dire Wolves trying to help out Tokshin. I'm trying to go after whatever exposed units that they have. Like a Waystalker. All my wolves are getting him right now. Is that Waystalker up there? Oh yeah. He's being shot at again. Pretty funny. There goes that Waystalker. We've got Darthu and a Tree Man just slaughtering everything that Tokshin has. They're so very powerful. There's that Spider Queen still trying to maneuver, trying to get through the lines. Not really working out for him though. We've got some healing going on for my Grave Guard. We're still fighting all around them. Iron Breakers would not break. They just kept staying. I wished they would go away, but they chose not to. They weren't going to do it. Not today. It was really unfortunate. And there goes the Black Dwarfs. We're cutting through, trying to find a few Iron Breakers. The Iron Breakers are no joke. I use a Curse of Years to debuff them. No melee attack at all whenever that happens. Which means it can't really damage us, not very much. Or does anything remain after a car range is killed? I don't remember. I don't believe so. I wouldn't see their body, they'll probably notice it. I suppose it kind of vanished. Squigs are coming in from behind, Squig Hoppers. Needed more Spearmen. Blood Knights are charging through a lot of these Elven Wild Riders. But here comes again Darthu and a Treeman. Yeah, I tried to use my Blood Knights. Whoa. That was pretty spectacular effect, killing many of my Blood Knights. I had to move away for a moment. Wow. Yeah, there's a lot going on right now. That particle effect gets pretty crazy. Darthu's no joke. Especially not the Tree Man, which is a support character for him. I'm beginning to break at a few locations. The Nasty Skulkers have only 17 kills, fighting so many. If you look at it, we're not doing so hot. We had over 3,400, they had 2,100. We've killed a lot, but they have Darthu. Which is why we weren't very confident about how things were going at the time. We were like, come on. But when you're bound down like that, you can't make any headway in breaking them. That can be rather difficult. Vargars are still here. They've killed 91. Only 4 remain. They're still getting kills. The Graveguard is still going. My Blood Knight's moving away. I'm chasing after whatever remaining units are around here. Look at the battlefield that's been fought. Look at how many bodies have been laid to rest. Kind of. Butchered is probably a better word for that. A lot of them. A few Elven Spearmen remain. A few Woodland Rangers remain. Then here comes Darthu and a Treeman. Coming to our major battle where we're grinding each other into nothingness. My Claw of Nagash is still going. Orc Poison now moving into the battle. We're cleaning up a lot of these dwarfs who are just persisting. I want to give them a Mr. Anderson speech about why they will not give up. Why do they persist? They just wouldn't give it up. They told me no. All that armor piercing too. Yeah, Iron Breakers feel more powerful than ever. They're definitely very effective. Usually when a dwarf player would bring in an army of them. Oh yeah, I brought in my Felbats to go distract Derthu and then the treemen. I wanted to keep them back as long as I could. That way we could fight on our own side. We still have 5 more minutes to go. 5 more minutes to go. We're at 1,200. Keep in mind, we brought in 3,400. We didn't really have elite soldiers. We had a lot of numbers. We had a lot more elites. But they're fighting my bats. They're still going. The Red Duke of Mousillon just moving around. Trying to find his way around town. And there they go. Still fighting them in the woods. They would not break. I don't want to ever do that again. I'll leave them alone. I'll have one unit entangle them, flank it from behind, then I'll just leave and go after other targets. Forget that. I will not be doing that again. We can watch for a little bit. Now here's like a more of a RPG type of point of view. You see really cool battle bodies all over, things like that. There's a lot going on. I like whenever we get scenes like that. That's why I like turning up the game so that we can launch it at a few points. It's kind of crazy when there's a lot of spells being cast, but here it's very cool. Standing in a fire. They used a Flock of Doom, which probably did an incredible amount of damage. It was really bad timing. They wiped the unit out. Farm Racer gone. That magic probably devastated them, I would imagine. The Ironbreakers are finally terrified. I got the Red Duke of Mousillon going after Grombrindal. We could definitely beat down on the Red Duke of Mousillon. But we're trying. So yeah, we have some of the most powerful heroes in the game, or lords in the game. I always call them heroes. Gyrocopters are back. They'll probably be shooting down here. Great. Yeah, I told Toksha my Felbats could handle them. They actually did. They did a lot of damage to them, but they came back. They had very little ammo left, but they were pretty effective. The Red Duke. Blood Knights all over the map. We're running over the fleeing Ironbreakers finally. But now, guess who we have to fight? Yeah. Honestly, it was meant to be a tough battle. They were playing defensively. They were fighting in the woods. I didn't have any range units to beat them down with. In hindsight, I should have brought Graveguard with great weapons. That probably would have changed up the entire game. All that armor piercing would have allowed me to kill more of the Iron Breakers. I don't know why I brought in chills. I was kind of thinking, oh, maybe they'll bring a lot of missiles. No, not really. I mean, even if they did on this map, it would have been okay. There's a Flock of Doom doing more damage. There's the Red Duke of Mousillon. Riding around, I have him moving in and out. There really is not a lot left. They're gonna destroy my Flob Nagash. Could be like a book. Is there any words on it? Oh, cool. Never actually looked at it. Hey, come back here. Take a look at that. Oh, hey. What a close-up. That's pretty scary. We're getting a lot of really good shots for this battle. We don't always get that, do we? That is pretty scary. Okay, Derthu, go. I mean, that's all that we could do. All we had to do was just grind them down. Let them fight into the lamentation. Taking out my poor claw of Nagash. Still here, Karn Race. All the iconic undead units that I possess. Oh, hey. The gyrocopter. And it blew up. How much longer do we have? 50 seconds left. There's the Red Duke again. No, I mean, in terms of tactics, it was a grinder. In terms of aesthetic appeal, 9 out of 10. Pretty good. Probably one of the most visually stimulating battles that we've played, I think. The Red Duke had to move back, but that's okay. We finally broke them down. We have over 400. They have 8 left. And we won. That was the end of the battle. Arthur took too much damage. He began to rout. I did use my debuff on him from the Red Duke of Mousillon, Elsif. Very powerful. Can only be used on lords or heroes. I lost 1,500. A majority of my army. Tokshin lost a majority of his. Well, actually, he had a lot more remaining than I did, surprisingly. They did not have a lot remaining. They had a lot of elite units, but we beat them. Yeah, had I brought in great weapons, I think we would have done a lot more damage. The Fellbats were okay. Vargas, or more of them, probably would have been more beneficial. The Claw of Nagash did its own thing. Well, I do hope that you enjoyed that major battle. It was a very close battle, so kudos to my opponents. And I hope that you look forward to more content. Look forward to more PvP videos. Eventually, I'll go back to like Vlad von Carson and his campaign and other campaigns. But for now, we're focusing on the Wood Elf campaign, which will be up today at 2 p.m. US Central. So check that out then. Come back to my channel. There's a lot of cool stuff. You're all great. And as always, until then.